So today I again welcome you all for our next environmental engineering lab experiment. So this is the setup for plug flow reactor. Okay. As we all know, then that water is treated at the treatment facility. There we have different type of reactors. One of the reactor is plug flow reactor. Another reactor we have continuously stirred tank reactors. So we have various types of reactors. This has been discussed by Professor Farooqi sir also in the classes. Okay. So now whatever reactor we are using for treating water, the water in these reactors is retained for some time. There should be certain retention time. Okay. For those retention times, these reactors contain or hold the water before it gets passed to another unit of treatment facility. Okay. So here we are trying to demonstrate a particular reactor which is plug flow reactor. What happens in an ideal plug flow reactor? Whatever content we add, whatever dosing we do, whatever chemical we add, it should not undergo any longitudinal mixing. Okay. It should pass slowly without longitudinal mixing and should get out of the reactor in the effluent after certain period of time. So whatever time for which it remains in the reactor, it is the detention time. So basically now what we do, we have made a similar small setup of plug flow reactor here. Although it is not very ideal, an ideal reactor should be very long, as also discussed in the theory class by Farooqi sir. So this is not a very ideal reactor, but we are trying to demonstrate it. So the nature which we will get of any chemical we add, here we are adding such sodium chloride as a tracer. Okay. So we will add this sodium chloride in this tank and we will try to find with time, whatever dose we have added, how much we are getting at the outlet. Okay. With time, we will also plot a graph. Okay. So what we do, here we are trying to find the chloride concentration in this water. We will add sodium chloride and we will try to find what happens when we add this sodium chloride in this tank, and we will plot the graph with time. Okay. So first of all, for this reactor we know the volume is 70 liters, it has been marked here, and we have the influent, the tap water we have connected here with the pipe, you can see. So water is continuously coming inside this tank from here, and after a certain time at a fixed flow rate, what is the flow rate we have fixed? We have taken the flow rate based on the detention time. What is the general detention time? Sir has told you in the class also. Generally it is taken from half an hour to 4 hours. So we are taking the initial limit 30 minutes के around हम ले रहे हैं. Okay. तो 30 मिनट के हिसाब से detention time आपने लिया, volume आपको मालूम है 70 liters. You can easily find the flow rate Q. What will be volume divided by retention time? You will get approx 2.3 liters per minute. Okay. So this is the flow rate. Here in the lab, using the tap water, we have fixed the flow rate, okay, by increasing the volume through the tap water and taking the volume out for a particular time. We have near about fixed this flow to about 2.3 liters per minute. Okay. So this is how we have maintained the flow here. Okay. Although it is not very accurate, but we have tried our best. During the experiment also, we suggest students to check this flow rate after each 15 minutes. Okay. So now what is our aim? We will add a certain tracer, sodium chloride here. We will add it here and we will keep on taking the samples from the outlet. This is an outlet. So this is the pipe. You can see here what is coming out at a fixed flow rate of 2.3 liters per minute. So in the initial reading, when we have not added this sodium chloride, there is certain chloride present in water also. We know in the tap water there will be certain quantity of chloride. So without adding this, we will first find the chloride concentration of tap water, which we have this in the lab. Okay. So first reading, we will take 25 ml approximately. We will fill. Okay, we have taken sufficient. From this 25 ml we will take and we will find the chloride content using titration method. Okay, right now I am not showing the titration. Now we will add a certain dose. This we have prepared a certain dose. It is sodium chloride and we will add this. So we will add So I am adding this at the inlet. Okay. Now you have to start your stopwatch. Okay. With the stopwatch, after each 5 minutes, you will take samples from the outlet. Okay. And you will collect samples after each 5 minutes and will find whether there is any effect on the sodium chloride present in water. For an ideal reactor, there should not be any effect until 31 minutes of drench time. Passage of 30 minutes, then you will find a peak, okay, at an instant peak. It will be for ideal, but since I have told it is not an ideal reactor, there will be certain mixing. So after 5, 10, 15 minutes, you will see that you will be able to find certain NaCl, okay, additional NaCl, which you have added. So this is how we will keep on finding. A point will come when the graph will rise to the highest point and reach a peak, and then it will again move down. The concentration will decrease further. You will take out 5. After these 5 minutes, you will take out 25 ml. So now 5 minutes have passed. I will immediately take a sample. So first sample after addition of this tracer, 5 minutes. Similarly, I will again wait for another 5 minutes. So now another 5 minutes have passed. So we will take another sample of 25 ml. So this is the third sample. So this is how we will keep on taking the samples. Almost 10 to 12 samples we will collect until the presence of NaCl, which we have added as a tracer, it diminishes and goes down. Okay. So this is how we will perform this experiment, and now we will titrate all the samples which we have collected at a duration of 5 minutes to find the sodium chloride in these samples. Okay. And then we will plot a graph of NaCl versus time. This is how we will do. So now we have taken samples at a duration of 5 minutes. Now we will be going to titrate these samples. We will have to use the titration values, ml of titrate used in our formula. There we also have to use for a blank sample, for a sample with distilled water. We have to titrate that also, because we have to use that in the formula. Okay. The formula is given in your manual also. Here there is a thing A minus B. So you will be using there for blank as well as for all the other samples. So I will just titrate for only a single sample. Okay. So suppose we are now testing it for the groundwater sample at that point where we have not added the tracer, the initial. Okay. So we will titrate this. So let me show that. So first 25 ml. First take it as 25 ml. Remaining we will throw that. So right now we have 25 ml of sample. We will use the indicator potassium chromate, almost 2-3 ml. Yellowish color appears. Now we will use titrant AgNO3, silver nitrate. You can see here we have the titrant AgNO3. We will use this as a titrant. Let us see. We have filled the titrant after 0. So very slowly we will titrate to note the end point where color changes from yellowish to reddish brown type, brick type color. Okay. So this some sort of color change you can see, reddish brown type color we have. Okay. For the sample around 3.73 pointed. You don't have to worry about readings. We will send the readings of all the samples to you. So you will be able to plot a graph between the chloride content versus time. Okay. So this is all about the experiment. Thank you. After getting all the values of titration, you will plot a graph as I told. So if the reactor was ideal, In such situation, if you plot the graph of chloride versus time, chloride concentration versus time, obviously it is minutes, it is mg per liter. So in such case, since the tracer doesn't mix, so you will get a peaks and so on. Some sort of this. But in our case, the reactor is not ideal, and there is certain form of mixing. So in our case, you will see this is how the chloride concentration will increase, and after reaching the peak, it will again decrease. So some sort of shape you will get. Okay. So this is the graph which you will get. Time. So this is all about it. Thank you.